Hi everyone, it's day 9. I had a really difficult time with my meditation this morning. I was really fidgety and I couldn't remain still and be with myself, and it was really frustrating. But I'm in this space where I am completely releasing control. And so I've realized that with a lot of things that I do, I try to control it really, really bad. And even so, the start of my spirituality started 5 or 6 years ago. And I started reading this book about how the power of your subconscious mind, and how if you if you start thinking that this is real, then it'll happen. But I always, ever since then, at that point, I just used it as another way to control. So I would force it instead of just be it. And so I'm getting into this state where it's like, okay, skin, if you're going to itch, I am just going to let you itch. I'm not going to try to imagine my body being healed. I am not going to try to force you to go away in any way. I'm just going to be present with you. And I'm going to be health with the way that I eat and with how I think and feel. And I am going to trust that my heart is taking care of you. And so it's just like I'm in this space where I'm doing that with everything. Even I'm finding that even what came so naturally at the beginning of the meditation practice is now really hard for me, because all of these things about control are coming up. So I just want to control and control and control. And it's really interesting how it's so connected to so many different things. Our brains are so interwoven and so beautiful. And another thing I'm experiencing, and I can tell when this happens, is that our bodies will try to get us to experience something, get us to experience what it needs, because we're biologically addicted to these feelings and what these thoughts bring up. And so my brain, like, I can feel the difference between me acting on a program through it not being noticed, and my body acting on a program through mechanism, because we have these neural bundles in our head. So when we think a thought over and over and over and over again, we create a neural bundle. And there's images of these. And so when we're thinking and going throughout our day and operating on these programs, it's really like it's very computer-like. And I can tell when there's no real emotion attached to a program, because I've worked through it, and it's just my body releasing it out of me. And so I'll tap, or get more present with it, and then it goes away. Or send it love. You can send those thoughts love, and that usually really helps. But that's what I like to do. And it's just really interesting. But one of the things that, I'm sitting there in my meditation thinking, it's been over half hour. I've taken many different breaks. I had to get up to write something down, and then I had to get up to eat a banana, and then I had to get up and do this and do that. And I'm 7.5 months pregnant, so those things are kind of necessary for me. And so I'm sitting there thinking, this has been a waste. But then I thought, it's still 20. And I was thinking, I have no idea what I'm going to say. I don't know. All of these ideas come up into your head of like, you're a hypocrite or and it's all just illusion. It's all just ridiculous because I'm totally not. I'm totally amazing. But, you get these thoughts, and then I thought, well, I still have 20 minutes left. So I'm just going to sit here and be as present as I possibly can for the next 20 minutes. And I did, and this thought came up of how we bought these ballet tickets a long time ago, and we had to receive them by the 3rd, and I had been reminding myself for months, and for the past few weeks it's been like getting on the edge, like we really, really need to get these tickets, we really need to do it. And I have pregnancy brain, so it's really hard for me to be like I'm so scattered all the time, and I forget things super easy. I have a hard time picking up details. So it was just like we totally missed out on going to this amazing ballet, and I'm just so upset about it, or I was. And my first initial reaction was to just blame and get angry. But I just sat there and kept asking all of these questions. Every single time I had a projection, I would ask, well, what is it within me that feels unheard? What is it within me that feels like I'm oblivious? Or what is it within me that feels all of these different things that I was coming up with? And so that's kind of why it took me a little long to get this video out there, because I've just been working through a lot of all of that and just trying to be really supportive for myself during this time, because it's actually really hard for me. And usually I go into a state of just pure projection, and today I didn't, and it made me really sad because it's like, well, you are kind of justified, but does that matter? Why, if someone else that has a mistake that they didn't mean to do, then why is it so hard for me to just forgive them and just be okay with that? Just be like, yeah, it's cool, whatever. Like, why can't? But it just meant so much to me, and I think that it's because dance is such a huge part of my soul, and music and laughter and play, and I feel like I can't do and be a part of those things by myself because it feels stupid, or I feel silly, or I feel alone, and I just want to share my joy with other people. And so I don't really have someone to share those things with. And so the part of me that feels unheard, that feels like I'm oblivious, is just this part of me that just wants to explore and dive into my passions and dive into what makes me really happy and just have fun with life. Why can't we go ice skating? Why can't we do these things? Why do I have to wait around for someone to do these things with me? And I don't understand yet. And so I am being really present with how I feel about all of this, and supporting myself and supporting my heart. And because my meditation didn't go, I just was really resistant And usually when you feel fidgety, when your body feels tingly, and when you're just like, I can't sit still, or I have all of these thoughts in my head, or songs pop into your head, it's something's trying to come up. And it's big and uncomfortable. And it's difficult to acknowledge. So if you just continue to be present with those thoughts and continue to be present with your body, then that will come up. It will. And then that's when it starts unraveling. And I can finally be that person that says, yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll do something else another time. I screw up too. It's okay. Not that anybody screwed up. Nobody's screwed up. I'm just as guilty. But yeah. So that's what I'm doing today. And it's really amazing. I'm also creating. I'm creating and I'm creating and I'm creating. I finally have a million next steps on the table and it's getting overwhelming. No, it's not getting overwhelming. It's getting exciting, but I'm starting to create the next step after the next step and then next step after that and the next step after that. And it's like, oh, I'm seeing way too far into the future. And I'm in this mode of pure possibility. I have no idea if that's even gonna really happen. So I'm trying to map out while still remaining purely in that realm. And it's really exciting. So I'm really excited to share a lot of it with you, and a lot of it's going to start coming through. So I hope you're paying attention. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.